Hey guys, we're back for our reading lesson today. This week we've been reading The Easter Bunny's Assistant. So we're going to be talking about characters today. And knowing the characters can help us better understand the story. So we're going to be really diving into Skunk's character. We kind of already know about the Easter Bunny, so we're going to dive into Skunk's character. But first, we got to do a little vocabulary work. You know how we do. We have to pick out a word that we don't really use a lot from the book, and we are going to learn a new word. Yesterday's word was assistant. Assistant, being an assistant to someone. So today's word is pleasant. So in your reading notebook, I want you to write the word pleasant at the top of your paper. P-L-E-A-S-A-N-T. Pleasant. That's our word for today. And what pleasant means is a sense of enjoyment. If you remember in our book, let's see if I can get it up here. Skunk was always so excited. Remember, and he would spray every time. And so when he uses the word pleasant, it says step 3, decorate the eggs with crayons. Oh, I love decorating eggs. It's so, and he's trying not to use the word exciting, so pleasant, because it still is a word that means a sense of enjoyment. But then, of course, he always went back to, and exciting. So Skunk was trying to use a new word that meant enjoyment, that he really liked what was happening. So pleasant is that word. So what we're going to do, I'm going to write the definition down below. So leave yourself some space to draw your picture when you're finished writing. So, and I'm going to make my lines that I want to write on. So you can skip like every 2 lines, you can draw a line so that you have something to write on. I'm just doing dots today to kind of help us remember where our letters are supposed to go. So, pleasant. The definition of pleasant is A, so I'm going to make a capital A, sense, so I'm going to make a space, S-E-N-S-E, a sense of. Now, if you'll look, I'm showing you the tall letters and the short letters so that you can get a really good practice in. This is easy practice because you're copying what I have on the board. So this is practice for handwriting practice. A sense of enjoyment. So I'm going to come down here to the next line and I'm going to write E-N-J-O-Y-M-E-N-T. Now that word's a long word, so that's why it's all by itself on this line. A sense of enjoyment. So under the word pleasant, we have a space for our picture, and then you have your definition for pleasant down below. So in this picture, I want you to show me something that you enjoy doing, something that's pleasant for you to do. Maybe it's taking a walk outside. Draw your picture of you taking a walk outside. Maybe it's playing a video game. Draw a picture of you playing a video game. Maybe it's kind of like Skunk when you get to dye eggs or do something fun. Draw a picture of what is pleasant to you, something you get a sense of enjoyment about. So, one of your assignments when we finish our video today is for you to draw that picture that goes with pleasant. So, a sense of enjoyment. That's our definition for pleasant. Now, I've got to use my board, so I got to erase it. So we're gonna dive into the character analysis of Skunk. So what is Skunk like? So we're gonna start with the obvious, and I'm gonna show you how to draw Skunk. So on your next page in your reading journal, we're gonna do characters. So I'm gonna put the word character at the top of my page, and I'm gonna write it up here. You can copy it straight from my board. And I'm going to put character, and I'm going to put Skunk underneath, because that's who we're talking about. Character, Skunk. So, and then I'll draw mine. This is at that top part of your paper. And when I'm talking about top, I'll show you. When I'm talking about top, I mean at the tip top up here, at that white space at the top, that's what I'm saying top, that's where I want you to write this. So you may have to write a little small to get it up there, but that's where I want you to write this. So character Skunk, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about how he looks. So I'm going to put looks. Now, if we were in the classroom, you would have a little sheet that already had the word look for it, and you would just be writing out next to it, and we would have glued it down in your journal, but we don't have that, so that's why we're writing this word. So that's probably why boys and girls it looks a little different, because we're doing it differently, but we can still do it together. So looks. So how does Skunk look? What does he look like? Let's think. Well, I think he's smiling, right? He's smiling. So I'm going to write this simple sentence. I'm going to say Skunk looks. I'm going to say Skunk is smiling, because that's what we can see clearly from the picture. So beside looks, I'm going to write the word Skunk, and that's his name, so it is capitalized, and it's the first word in our sentence. Skunk is smiling. Smiling. Skunk is smiling. So that's my first word, first sentence. Okay? I'm going to pause for a minute so if my friends that are on the video can write that for us. Skunk is smiling. So that's how he looks. The next one is, how does he act? What do we need that as? Acts. How does he act? Well, in our book, we can see that Skunk is smiling. In our book, he acts very happy, doesn't he? He's very happy. He acts happy. So I'm going to write Skunk is happy. Skunk is happy. So that's how he acts. So we have looks, Skunk is smiling, acts, Skunk is happy. So our third trait we're going to look at for our skunk is, what does he say? In our book, what does Skunk say over and over again? All right, I'm going to show you something really cool. This is what like second graders do. So I want you to feel really proud of yourself, because you're supposed to do a skill that's way above kindergarten, because you guys are the best class. So I know that you can do this. It says Skunk. We're going to start with Skunk again. Skunk says, we're going to put the word says, just like that. I'm going to put a little comma. I'm going to put some quotation marks, because we're actually saying what Skunk says. Skunk says, I am excited. So, I am excited. Skunk says that all throughout our book. And we're going to put our ending quotation marks, because we're done saying what he's saying. We're just telling you exactly what he said. So today, when you're talking about your character from your book, we have Skunk looks, Skunk is smiling. How he acts, Skunk is happy. What he says, Skunk says, I am excited. So you can copy this straight off my board, because we're just diving into that character of Skunk. We kind of know about the Easter Bunny, but we really wanted to see Skunk's character, because I'll be honest, the first time I saw this book, I was completely confused. Why would a skunk help the Easter Bunny with eggs? I didn't understand. So I'm glad I'm looking into this character of Skunk. So I promised you I'd teach you how to draw Skunk. Are you ready? All right, so to draw Skunk, the first thing you need to give him is a little body. There's his body. And I'm gonna give him his face. Now Skunk has a little rounded face. Just like that. He has little ears. I'm gonna give him some eyes. And he has this little marking coming down his face. That's like the white part. And then he has a nose. Give him. Okay. And then I'm going to give him some hands. And I'm going to give him some feet. And then the biggest part about Skunk is he's got to have a big fluffy tail. So I'm going to show you how to draw his fluffy tail. I'm going to start here and make the tail go up and over like that. And then I'm going to bring it down like this. And then I'm going to draw inside the tail. I'm going to draw that white. Remember, he got a streak of white going down. So the rest of his body would be black, except for that one streak of white. And you'd have one on his head too to match. So I'm just going to kind of gently color in so you can see, because I don't want to. And then he has a little white underbelly. Because his underbelly is kind of white too. So you would color yours in a whole lot better than Miss Thompson's coloring hers, but I'm just showing you how it would look. So there's Skunk. We drew Skunk. And I drew him with a smile on his face because what did we say? Skunk he is smiling and he's happy. I didn't make him go, because that's not smiling or happy. And that doesn't tell me about my character Skunk. He's smiling and he's happy. So you can see his smile right there on his face. And he always says, I'm excited. Could I add a little thought bubble saying I'm excited? I sure could. Could I add the Easter Bunny here too? I could. You could. But we're talking about the character Skunk. So today, don't forget, you've got to draw your picture for the word pleasant. Remember we did the definition for pleasant, a sense of enjoyment, and we made our picture to go with it, something you enjoy, and then you've done your character analysis for Skunk. So I'm going to leave you guys to finish up. I will talk to you again in about 15 minutes for writing.